Alright folks, what's going on? I figured that it was past time for the obligatory, hey, I live in Japan now, let's do the apartment tour thing. So, most people who post these videos I see are Leo Palace apartments. I am not in a Leo Palace apartment. My apartment building is a little bit old, but I like it. It's more than enough than what I need, so we'll just get started with it. Obviously, you see my washing machine here. Washing machine is outside. That tends to be the case with many Japanese apartments. Of course, some they are inside, like a common area, things like that. But mine's outside. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it gets the job done more than what I need. My mail slot, obviously. A little step inside. So, you see my Gancon area is a little bit dirty. I need to shake my little mat off and sweep this out and everything, but it is what it is. So when you first come in, you walk in through my kitchen. The door through there is where the living room, bedroom, entertainment room, the everything room is. So really, I mean, this is your more traditional small Japanese apartment, but like I said, I live by myself. It's plenty of room and everything for me, and it's cheap. So yeah, we'll step up. My Genkan area is pretty steep. I'd say it's maybe about 12 centimeters or so, or maybe about 9-10 inches. So it is a nice steep step up and everything, which isn't the normal case. Normally your step up is maybe a few centimeters, few inches. And then you see down here I have house shoes. The black ones are technically the ones I use, but I don't use them that often. Usually I just roam around in my socks. That's just how I like it. I'm more comfortable like that, but I will use them a lot in the winter and everything. My sink, very basic, very plain. Over here you see my single burner that I have right now. Eventually I'm going to get a second burner put next to it. I do have gas hookups if I want to use gas cooking, but I'm just going to stick with electric just because it's safer, easier. I'm kind of paranoid about using gas, even though I like to cook with gas, but that's a whole other thing. My kettle on there, obviously. I just like to put my dishes there after I wash them. I dry them with the towel. Then I set them there, let them air dry for a little while as well, just to get any excess moisture off of them. Because one thing in a Japanese apartment with like insulation and humidity, things can very easily mold. So I try to do the best job I can, always checking for that, cleaning up, etc., etc. And then these little hangers, they're just suction cup hangers. Get them at what they call the 100 yen shop, like your dollar store kind of thing. So a couple of them. This one I broke a little bit, so I'm missing a hook on it, but that's beside the point. And my cabinets up here where my dishes and stuff are. I have some cans of tuna, things like that. And then I can also store some things. Like I have cereal, and that's just a big bag of raisins because I like to snack on raisins, etc., etc. My slow cooker that I pretty much live out of. I do so much cooking in there. I have a sticker of Futa-chan on there that, as you see, is kind of dried up and everything. My blob of butter. So this was in nice slices. As you can see, the dish is designed to do that, but I accidentally knocked it off this morning. That was a mess. I had to clean and whatnot, and that was the butter I was able to salvage. So, and the butter is really good here. A little bit pricey, so I didn't want it to go to waste. And it's real butter, it's not margarine or anything. My rice cooker, you're living in Japan, you gotta have a rice cooker. Then this guy here is a combination microwave and oven. I don't really get to do a whole lot of like baking in it and things like that. Simple like broil type dishes, fishes, things like that I can do. Little pizzas, etc., etc. Mostly I use it these days for microwave popcorn more than anything else. Coffee pot, obviously. All my spices, I like to use a lot of spices. That's salt and pepper, syrup, a little thing of honey I've got back there. I like to make green tea with honey. My coffee, paper towels, my one banana I have left, brown sugar, regular white sugar, etc., etc. A little bag of breadcrumbs. My little, I guess he's a Mikey Nickel, but he's just a cute little toothpick holder I got, and I need to clean him. As you can see, I got him one of the first things I got when I moved in here. Various food items, cucumbers, tomatoes. I might have to move some of these into the fridge because it is actually really humid in here today. We're in the middle of a heat wave. Potatoes. Why do I have so many potatoes? Because I cook with potatoes a lot. I like to make a lot of soups, make mashed potatoes, etc., etc. Green peppers. I had more than that, but I just used some to make some curry. Onions, ginger ale, big bag of rice, crackers, marshmallows I like to snack on, etc., etc. Oh, and they do have thinner slices of bread here. So this is usually what I use to like make my sandwiches with. But I do also get the thicker cut bread. As you see, this is 6 slice bread, which the number means how many slices of bread are in there, how thick they are. I like the 6 size. Like I said, use them to make French toast mostly. Or I like to make for breakfast poached eggs and toast. Alright, so now if we turn around to the other side of the kitchen area, this is the doorway into what we would call the bathroom in the West, but it's literally just a walk-in, step up in shower. Turn the light on here. Don't know if I can do it with that hand. Here we go. Oh, that's right. Oh my god, my own place, and I forgot the switch is here. So this switch does the light. This switch does the fan, exhaust fan. Got my towel and what I use as a washcloth up there. It's not really a washcloth, that's what I use. So I actually like using that more than a loofah anymore. As you see the nozzle, you can move it. It's really nice. And then a big deep tub. So in Japan, you wash yourself before you get in the tub. Tub is for like relaxing, soaking, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it does the job more than what I need really. I'll close that back up. The next door here before the main room is, once again, what we would kind of call a bathroom. It's the toilet room. And this is something that's unusual about my apartment. Most Japanese apartments don't have a sink this big. A lot of times the sink is actually in where your shower room is. It's really small and everything. See, mine's really big. I mean, it's old, so it's a little bit crusty, and I do clean it and all that kind of stuff too, but those are just stains that have been there for a long time. And I have, plenty of room for various things: toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving cream, vitamins, allergy medication, mousse that I don't really use that much anymore, more shave stuff up there, deodorant, glass cases, etc., etc. And it is your traditional Japanese style toilet where it's got your butt spray and everything like that. The seat's heated, which is really nice in the winter time and everything. I see my towel's all crooked. I know I'm kind of anal about this kind of stuff, but there's that. I really want to get some pictures to put up in here on the walls and everything. That's been one of the reasons why I've held off on making a video, is I really hate barren walls. I like lots of stuff and all. I'm a clutter junkie, so I like to clutter up my apartment or room, whatever, before I show it off. And then, so when you flush the toilet, water comes out here, so you can actually use this to wash your hands and everything off without having to use this sink. So that's why it's really weird having this big of a sink in here, but I'm not going to complain. It's been very, very useful and helpful for me. I like it because I'm a bit vain and I can take my time in front of the mirror and things like that. But yep, that's the bathroom. Nothing too out of the ordinary there other than a nice big sink. Let me go ahead and turn this light off. Camera might make an adjustment here, but we'll deal with that. I normally don't leave lights on, things like that, just to save on electric. And that's kind of a Japanese thing too. They are very energy conscious. Same thing with entering the main room here. Normally all these lights and everything aren't typically on, but figure show it off. Bookshelf here where I've just kind of started getting some manga, light novels. I have just like a little catch-all area for like cards and stuff like that. Little tissue packs, passport, Bible, my poo, who's very old. He's almost 18 years old now, but I use him in a lot of lessons with younger kids, things of that nature. Let's see, another kind of just catch-all shelf right now, different paper stuff I need to go through, but we'll get there. It's still a work in progress. So coming through my door, more barren walls, an extra seat there for if I have guests, things like that. This is the table that came with the apartment where my computer was for the longest time before I got my computer desk. I just kind of use it for a catch-all table now for when I come home, toss my keys, whatever, hat, glasses, etc., etc. Eventually I'm going to get a nice big shelf here to put various things on, but yeah, that's good for right now. Then we've got this lamp here, which I need to fix. I just noticed that. Darn. I know it's just kind of rigged right now. It's, not the most glorious thing in the world, but Rika from Love Chunabuyo and Other Delusions, Hifumi, I put on the light, and then my light is shining up on my Grand Blue Fantasy wall scroll, because I love Grand Blue Fantasy. Then I've got some Excel World Koro Yukihime figurines here that I've gotten. One of my favorite characters. And then I just hung this. This is Fairy in her Halloween costume from Grand Blue Fantasy, from my little lamp switch. And I've got some pictures here that were drawn of me by a couple students. Really cute. So I thought that was sweet. So I put them there for now. And then you've got Yozora from Haganai, her Nendoroid, and another figure of her with the advertisement for the Friends Club. And then this I brought with me from America. It's a picture that I won in an auction at Otakon a few years ago, from Tales of Zillia. Really, really nice. I would like to get a nice frame for it, but that's nice for right now. My computer desk, my sunglasses, my American and Virginia flags, just all kinds of little knickknacks, things like that. I'm a bit of a hoarder, collector of various things, as you can tell. My bed, my chair. Over here we have a brain farting here, sorry. Yeah. Give me a second here. Oi, oi, oi. I don't know why I'm brain farting so bad. The heated tables that you have here in Japan. Kotatsu, gosh. Oh man, I don't know what was wrong with my brain just there. But yeah, Kotatsu here. And behind it, just leaning up against the window there, that's like a folding seat kind of thing. That also, if I have guests over, or if I want to sit on the floor but not directly on the floor, like I use that a lot during the winter. I actually like to sit at my Kotatsu a lot, do work, etc., etc. Like I'll move my computer to it and then sit there with it. And then this is another thing that's unusual, is having a nice closet like this, with my closet door with various anime characters that I like on it and everything. But and then my tassels from high school and university, and this little bear I rescued. I found him in the rain one day walking around, so I decided to hang on to him. But yeah, I have a nice big closet, which is very unusual for these older style apartments and everything, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. My vacuum that's in there, my little drawers for various clothes, backpack and whatnot, so that's pretty nice. Another bookshelf here. I've got some of my modeling supplies, Gundam supplies, etc., etc. Let me turn on my nice bright ceiling light, help you see a little bit better. One of my favorite things ever is this Eagle Jump hat. If you know New Game, best anime. But yeah, that's my hat there. And various things that I've gotten either since I've been here. I've brought with me gifts from people, etc., etc. My various wall scrolls, posters, etc., etc. And you've got my aircon up there, which that's almost brand new. It's only a few months old. The one that was in here when I first moved in died on me. And they replaced it really quick, and this one is very, very nice. Like, I actually don't even have my air conditioning running right now. I just had my dehumidifier setting to keep the humidity out of here, and it's actually still pretty cool in here. That, and I also have these, they're called blackout curtains. Obviously they don't completely black everything out, but the curtains that were here before, even if I had them closed, it did not even feel like they were closed. It let in so much sunlight. And then this is an old, I think it's a sake jug that I got at a yard sale the first summer I was here. So this is now summer number 2. Been here not quite 2 years, so it was a year back in April technically. So yeah. Also my bed, it's not really a bed, it is a futon. So it looks like a bed, but what this actually is, let me see if I can lift this up. So I've got a futon mattress, and then my futon stuff all sits on top of that. And this is what's called a Sunoco bed. So you see the wooden slats there, everything just sits on that. It's really nice because with futons you do need to clean them from time to time, obviously, like any kind of bedding. But these you need to spray, check for mold, bugs, all that kind of stuff. And you do want to actually hang them up outside, but let's say it's raining and you need to get them cleaned and all that kind of stuff. The Sunoco bed actually folds up where those slats are, and I can actually hang the futons and such on that and actually dry them inside, which is also really nice because it works with the dehumidifier setting on here. So that works pretty well. And then this is also one of my favorite things. So this is a limited time wall scroll up here. And like I said, New Game is one of my favorite anime of all time. So just really cute, really funny. So I've got that hanging up there. It's kind of like the perfect spot for it. Then I have, don't want to show too much of that one. But yeah, that's from Strike the Blood, another one of my favorite anime series. Might be showing a little bit too much more than what I should be showing, but hey, you know, nothing naked or anything like that. It's just a little risque. So, yep. And then, once again, Kotatsu, stuff like that. This is interesting. So this is where, like, my router, internet stuff, and all that kind of stuff is. The box there, it's like, it's not an intercom, but I get like announcements like when there's bad weather alerts, like with the flooding and all that stuff that comes by. They also have chimes that go off at certain times of the day, like one at noon for lunchtime, one at 5 o'clock for when people are getting off work, etc., etc. My TV, which I've got on pause right now, I've got Far Cry 5 going. Thanks for the TV, Rudy, if you see this. Buddy of mine helped me get that when I first moved here because I didn't have internet. My phone barely worked. I had a bunch of issues like that when I first got here. So all I had was my PS4 that I brought with me, the Switch I got after I got here. I used that, my TV, and then a couple movies that I had, and I just watched them on repeat for months basically until I had any kind of internet service or anything like that to use, or had a proper Japanese cell phone that I could use. I really got to redo my plugs and everything, but it is kind of as it is right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep this as is. Like, I constantly move stuff around in my apartment, you know, trying to make space and things like that and be more comfortable, but you know, it is what it is. And then my computer desk area where I spend most of my time. So I got my, you know, computer up here with various programs running on it because I'm a nerd like that. Cards I've gotten from some of my students, etc., etc. Some of my Nindos, as you see here. And then the rest I have over here. And then pictures of people that I do the Eikaiwa group with. And more Grand Blue Fantasy, anime stuff, etc., etc. And then I've got a giant Pez dispenser Darth Vader that I got for Christmas last year from my mom. Hi, Mom. So, yeah, that's the majority of it with my apartment. You've kind of pretty much seen everything. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you see anything you think I might be doing better, know other ways to save space, see something I might be able to improve, please let me know. I'm always open to constructive criticism. If, you know, anyone else has any tips or tricks for Japanese apartment living, please definitely, you know, drop me a line. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just to look at what the Japanese apartments are like where I live. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have a great one. Take it easy.